Teams with the most dire quarterback situation right now, go.
I'm going to start off with the Jets. I mean, again, as it stands right now, the guy that they got on their roster starting at quarterback is Zach Wilson, and nobody wants him to be their starting quarterback. So how does that not, become the most dire one? And then you lost the guy that I think, a lot of the fan base was excited to maybe have in Derek Carr, right? Where at least they recognize, hey, he might not be as good as Aaron Rodgers, but there's more commitment and we're not going to be in the same boat next year or have drama. So, yeah, now it's like, oh, no, it's Rodgers and then – oh, man, okay, Jimmy Garoppolo, okay. So, yeah, they're in a weird situation, and as we both recognize, the team it's damn good. They got talent. This is the part of the team right now that needs to get figured out.
Panthers for me.
Yeah.
We talked earlier in the show about how they've been trying for years now to attract a veteran to choose to be traded there or signed there, and it hasn't worked other than middle-of-the-pack guys who have had less than middle-of-the-pack performances. They have to get something figured out, and they're drafting awfully low in round one. They're going to have to move up to get one of the guys they want. They may have to move all the way up to number one to really feel confident about the future.
Yeah, I mean, that would have been my next pick. I think you're spot on there. I'm going to go right along kind of the same lines there. Right, where I know there's other teams that need quarterbacks here that are on this list, but some of them are sitting in a position that's prettier as far as the draft. And, yeah, the Panthers are a team that it's like, you might get left out here. And that's why my next pick, I'm going to go with the Raiders. That's my next one. Yeah, they got nothing right now. They got Jared Stidham, where, hopefully they can bring him back and have him as a bridge quarterback or at least a high-end backup quarterback. But yeah, what are they going to do at that position? I don't think Aaron Rodgers is a real thing there, and they're in that spot like you're talking with Carolina right now where, if Anthony Richardson and you're not into that offense, you could get stuck to where, wait, there's no prototypical pocket passing type quarterback left where you're picking if you're the Raiders. So, I'll throw them in there as my second pick, Mike.
I'm going to go in a different direction here. I thought about saying the Colts. They're a little too obvious. I'm going to say the Cardinals just because we don't know when Kyler Murray is going to be healthy. We don't know if he's going to be back to 100% at any point this year. It usually takes a full year. Then who's your quarterback going to be until Kyler Murray is ready to go? What are you going to do? What direction to go in? Who are you going to convince to come in and play knowing they're going to get benched for Kyler Murray? How much do you pay? Who do you get? What do you do? Big challenges for Jonathan Gannon and company in Arizona. All right, there are the picks from the first two rounds. Round three, quarterbacks, or teams, with the most dire quarterback situation, or quarterbacks with the most dire team situation right now, whichever you prefer. Chris, what do you got?
Man, all right, there's some good ones here. I mean, I'm down to basically like the Colts, the Texans, the Bucks, the Falcons, those teams, right, and kind of in that spot. I think ultimately here, again, The Colts and Texans, where they're sitting in the draft right now, I'm not going to put them in the dire, if we had a few more rounds, okay. But the Falcons, I think, are the next team I'm going to go to here. The Falcons, they're a little bit like the Panthers and Raiders like we talked about. Again, they depending on the vision of their offense, they're in a spot where, yeah, one of these pocket passing quarterbacks might not be there for them. Now, They have the type of build to go in Anthony Richardson's type of style of play. We've talked about Lamar Jackson, but I don't think Desmond Ritter's the long-term answer is what I'm saying there in Atlanta.
I was going to go with the Dolphins, but we've already triggered two and on today. I'm going to go with the 49ers. Yeah. When you consider the team around the quarterback position, all they've needed is a marginally competent quarterback at some point the past few years, and they would have had a Super Bowl or two. You got Trey Lance, where you don't know how healthy he's going to be or how good he's going to be if he's healthy. You got Brock Purdy. They still haven't even been able to operate on his elbow a month after it was injured. Who's going to be ready? Who's going to be the guy? Where else may they look? Could they make a play for Tom Brady? Who knows? We may pick that up at some future date. That's it for today. Goodbye. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.